We are getting in this. Last time on God Hunters. Last time on God Hunters, what you all experienced was Gorp and Loke came into town. You all quickly apprehended them, placed them in the prison, and then became aware of kind of what brought this curse upon the town of Folsom. And Lucas let you know somebody from the eastern lands, such as Koji here, had traveled through town just days prior to the tragedy that struck. His last known location was a lake toward the east of Folsom, which you guys decided to promptly head toward in order to maybe find some answers, especially maybe you, Koji.
Yes.
So we're going to set the scene here. You guys have been traveling along this mostly kind of dreary desert road. Not quite sandy desert, but just kind of a, some brush here and there, mostly dirt. Kind of a Red Dead-esque, like when you're like traveling into Mexico kind of deal.
That's what I pictured, actually.
Yeah, that's actually a perfect description of it. And you guys have been traveling for about an hour or so, maybe probably somewhere between an hour or two. And you all come to the crest of a hill, and in the distance, now within eyeshot, you all see the lake that you assume Cairo Sidro had been camping at. Somebody, Koji, why don't you go ahead and roll a perception check for me?
Okay. Right. And I am proficient in perception, so I get a +5 for perception.
Shit, yeah, that's right. Because
But I think that's it.
+5 because you're proficient and your your wisdom level, right?
Yeah. So that's just a +1 for wisdom.
Well, do you have? Because proficiency should only have you get +3. Some
Oh.
right.
Well, I upgraded it. I remember. I think one of my assassin abilities or one of my rogue class abilities let me put more points into it.
Okay. So you get +5 plus your wisdom.
Yeah.
Shit. So +6. Damn.
Yep. All right. So let's roll.
Gotta stop asking you to make
Okay,
checks.
I'm just gonna tell you it's like 24 right now.
Yeah, okay, so that's gonna let you see the fucking germs that inhabit each of your bodies. Okay, God, so with a 24, here's what you're gonna see. First and foremost, you notice a camp at the base of the lake. It is you notice a red tent. Kind of hastily set up. You notice kind of cookware and just kind of everything you would normally see on a campsite. You also notice that everything still seems to be up though, which you find odd because if that with this timeline that would if he's still here that would mean he would have camped here for about a year. You also see that a few feet in front of you, Koji, and Gendrix, but Koji, you notice this. You notice the dirt seems to be displaced, kind of different from the dirt around it.
Okay.
Your path forward here is down the hill.
Okay. I don't know if you cut out after that, or I had like a internet thing, but you said the dirt was displaced, and then what'd you say?
Oh, I was saying the dirt seems to be displaced, just kind of different from the dirt around it. It like noticeably different to you specifically, just because you had such a high perception roll.
Okay. So I want to examine the dirt then.
Okay. How do I put this? Okay, so this is gonna be one of those moments where you have to do the difference between yourself as a person and Koji. I need you to make an investigation check on this dirt.
Okay. All right. Any modifiers on that?
I believe it's also wisdom.
Okay, I'm not proficient in it or anything, so I think
Okay.
I just get wisdom modifier. All right. Oh my god, are you kidding me? 2.
2. Okay. So that being said, Koji kind of brushes it off as maybe he's just maybe it's something similar to the dirt, the way the dirt was different back in town.
Right. Okay. Gendrix,
What's up?
does this dirt look any different to you?
I mean, it just looks like normal dirt to me, man.
You want to take a closer look?
All right. I'll make Can I make a perception check on it?
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check because you're specifically looking at this patch of dirt.
All right. $14.
14. Okay. That being said, Gendrix, you have determined that this is some kind of trap. So the dirt this patch of dirt specifically covers the path of the road for a couple feet. What would you like to do?
This looks like a trap, Koji.
A trap?
Yeah.
Oh,
Something seems off about this dirt here, man.
okay.
I don't think we should go this way.
A trap. Well,
What else is around us?
I mean, you can. So here, I want to set the scene here. So this goes down the hill. The patch of dirt that seems different is specifically on the trail that leads downhill. But otherwise, this is a normal hill. The trail is just kind of like a dirt road of sorts that many travelers have come through to get down this hill. You could very easily walk around this strange patch of dirt.
All right, let's walk around this dirt and go down the hill,
okay.
not on the dirt path.
Should we mark the trap just in case we come back this way, or should we maybe try and spring the trap, disable it or something, or figure out what it is?
I'm not really sure how it works. I mean, we can try if you want.
Okay, let me see. Do I have anything that might be helpful? I have thieves' tools, but I don't know if those would be helpful in this situation.
Gendrix, with your well, I actually, yeah, I'll let you guys just kind of play this out.
Okay. Well, in my equipment, I have a staff, kind of like your normal like wooden staff.
Mhm.
Can I use that to like poke at the patch of dirt?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so I'm gonna take my staff and I'm gonna poke it.
Okay. As you poke it, you notice
I'm
the
standing
dirt
back.
kind of crumbles. And at first it just kind of starts with a small patch, kind of like forming into a sinkhole, and then all of a sudden the entire patch of dirt that seemed to be displaced drops, and you see a pitfall trap that just leads into a hole. There's no spikes or anything, but the hole is about 15 feet deep.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it is, like I said, you could now that it's revealed, you can easily walk around it.
Huh. Well, good thing we didn't walk into that. We should remain vigilant and see if there's any more traps along this path, because I have a feeling someone didn't want us coming this way.
Okay. You guys start to continue to walk down the. Well, actually, sorry. I should just let you guys make that decision. What would you all like to do from here?
I think we should go around, man.
All right, we're gonna walk around it, and then as we're walking, we're gonna take like a quick peek just to see if we can see anything down the hole.
Okay. Nope. There's nothing down the hole. There's not any like animals or anything. It just seems to be just a really deep pitfall trap.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Onward.
Glad we didn't fall down there.
Yeah, that would really put a damper on things.
All right, session's over, guys.
All right.
All right.
Next time on God
See you guys
Hunters,
next week.
time to
You
get out
wanna
of the hole. All right, you guys continue to follow the trail, and I'll let you kind of take it from here. What are you guys doing here? You're on the trail. You've walked around the hole.
Right. I think we're just gonna keep walking along the path
Yeah.
to get to that camp.
Yeah, let's
And
just keep going.
we're looking out for things that are out of place along the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna have you all continue to walk, and who's taking the lead here?
Koji, you take the lead. I'll get the bags inside the bow and arrow.
All right.
Okay,
Take the lead.
Koji, go ahead and roll a perception check.
Okay.
This is gonna be a little bit of a roll heavy session, but
Gotcha. Oh my god. Got 24 again.
Okay.
I rolled an 18 on both
No,
perception
I
checks.
feel you. I feel you. Okay, so Koji, ahead of you, you see right before you step on it, you see a tripwire, nearly invisible to the naked eye.
Jendrik, stop.
Here's what I'm gonna do because I'm gonna assume Gendrix wasn't too far behind you. I'm just gonna we're just gonna call this like a dexterity, maybe acrobatics, as to like how quickly you stopped once Koji saw this.
Okay.
Just roll a d20 with acrobatics. You can even if you're proficient in athletics or acrobatics, just use whatever one you'd like.
All right. I'm not, so I'll just roll.
Okay. Well, acrobatics is dexterity. Athletics is strength. So feel free to pick the one I guess you're most proficient in there. You could argue
Okay.
either way.
Okay. All right, here we go. I got a 1.
Oh
No.
no!
Oh, God.
Gendrix strikes again with the nat 1.
He's dead.
All right,
Oh.
so here's what's gonna happen. Gendrix, you trip and run into Koji, who is right in front of this tripwire, which sets it off. So here's what I'm going. I can't even do that.
No. God.
The two of you take 6
gonna die.
damage.
Oh,
As blow darts shoot from the bushes to either side of you.
Great.
You are hit multiple times.
fuck.
God, it's like the
No.
stupid elf forest in RuneScape. No matter how high your agility level is, you always trip the tripwire.
So go ahead and take that 6 damage.
Oh, alright.
Fuck.
Ow.
Dude, blood's on my fucking ass. Pull it out.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck.
Okay, you all take your 6 damage and you stand back up. And there doesn't seem to be any more using your 24 roll, Koji. You do not seem to see any more immediate traps for the rest of the trip down.
Good.
God, we need more nat 1s. Nobody fucking rolls 1s, and I call bullshit. Like, I know people are lying about their fucking rolls, but I can't like obviously like call you on it because I'm not there to see it.
I have tried to be as truthful with my rolls as possible.
I appreciate it. I know it's gonna happen. Like, nobody wants to fail, but it makes
Yeah.
for great moments.
Yeah, it makes it more interesting.
And like I said, I'm not gonna actively go out of my way to kill you guys.
Yeah. It's always Gendrix, though, that rolls the nat ones.
Because I think Joey's the most truthful because he's, to my knowledge, been the only one to roll a nat 1.
Yeah.
I think I did. I don't know, I might have. I rolled something really low, maybe like a 2.
Yeah. All right. What would you guys like to do now that you've survived
Are
the
we close
blow?
to the camp?
Yeah. Do you
Yeah.
guys want to continue walking? Like I said, Koji's noticed 0 traps for the rest of the trip.
Let's go to the
Yeah,
camp.
let's just go, man.
You guys arrive at the camp. You take your first few steps in. I'm gonna have you roll one more perception check here, Koji.
Okay. Right, here we go. Don't give me a 24 again, or it's gonna look really sus.
Looking fucking sus.
Okay, all right, 16.
16. Is that with your modifier?
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So with a 16, I'm going to say you notice a few things. One, the first thing you notice, of course, is that the camp is very much intact. However, it looks like the camp was left hastily, but not so hastily that important things were forgotten. Like you see burnt food on the pan above the slow cooker, but in the same time, as you gaze into the tent, you notice that there's nothing of value immediately visual. Another thing you notice, Koji, is in the tent there seems to be blades from your home back east. But not only that, those blades are marked with the insignia of your clan.
Oh, I approached the blades.
You recognize those?
As you approach the blades, Gendrix, where are you at?
I had someone right behind Koji.
So you're entering the tent as well.
Yeah.
As you both enter the tent and approach the blades, you hear a noise, and two shadow figures rise from the ground behind you guys in kind of a black shadowy mist, and they immediately throw ninja stars at you. I'm going to roll to see if they hit. Look at my notes. That's plus 3. That's going to be a 13. Does that hit either of your all's AC? No, that's not damage. That's going to see if that hits. Yeah.
My AC is 12.
Okay, so that's going to hit Koji. Gendrix, what's your AC?
Let me see. 11.
11. Okay, so this is going to hit both of you. And it's going to hit you for another 6 damage.
Oh my god.
And then as these shadow katanas hit you, they also immediately dissipate into the air. The two shadowy figures then draw shadow katanas, essentially. And I call them the shadow folded Nippon steel.
The fuck?
And now we're gonna roll for initiative.
Oh shit!
All right, Gendrix, get ready.
All right.
All right, so we just roll.
Yep.
Here we go.
17.
11.
Oh, actually, Dustin, never mind.
What's up?
I was talking to my brother to try to get a pen. Koji, you said you rolled an 11.
I did.
Gendrix, what'd you roll?
17.
And perfect. Oh gosh, I thought you were Dustin for a minute. I was like, what the fuck, Dustin?
I heard you needed a pen for your gayness.
Thank you, but actually for hold on, guys. Babe,
Okay.
I'm trying to play D&D. All right, I'm sorry, fellas. Hold on. Dustin, you're gonna be cutting that out.
Women, am I right?
I gotta cut it out now.
Yeah, I didn't give you money to not edit.
Fair. I get it.
All right,
All right.
sorry, fellas, I'm here. So
Okay.
here's the order of combat. We're gonna start with Gendrix with a 17. The first shadow figure is gonna be a 15, so he's gonna go second. Koji, you're third with an 11, and shadow figure 2 is going to be last with a 10. So you all are about 10 feet apart right now. You all are, well, not even that far, probably like 6 or 7 feet. Very close. The shadow figures are right next to each other. Gendrix, you're a little closer to the entrance of the tent than Koji is.
All right.
So how would you like to start this?
I'm gonna take out my short swords.
Oh, both of them? You're gonna dual wield this shit?
Yeah, I'm sheathing. I'm unsheathing them.
Bro, I fucking love this. This is the first time you've dual wielded.
Yeah.
You had these
I'm in
things the entire time.
I'm in the samurai land.
right. You pull your short swords and you fucking just. And what would you like to do?
Am I closer to one?
They're standing side by side.
All right. I guess the one on the right. I just want to deck them with both my swords.
We're gonna call this Shadow Figure 1, and you're gonna just. I don't know how you would hit with dual wielding. I guess. Here's what I'm gonna do.
All right.
Since you're dual wielding at 2 short swords, and I don't know if you get like 2 hits with that, like if that's an ability of yours. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have you roll the attack.
Yeah.
And you're gonna get, if you hit, you're gonna roll 2 damage dice, and we're gonna even out like the damage. So if you like roll a 2 and a 4, you're gonna do 3 damage, right?
Okay.
But at the same time, while you're dual wielding, you're gonna have people. They're gonna have advantage attacking you because you're gonna have lower defenses.
Okay. All right. See what I roll.
Yep. Roll a d20 to see if you hit.
13.
13. That is gonna hit. So go ahead and roll. What is it? 2d6.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna let you remember to add your proficiencies and your bonuses to this too. I believe this is a dexterity bonus.
Okay. Okay. Here we go. All right. A 6
Okay.
and another 6.
Okay, we're just gonna call that a hard fucking 6. You're gonna do 6 damage to Shadow Figure 1. Sorry, I didn't even think about like doing their health here, and that's gonna. All right, you know what? Sorry, I want to lower their health a little bit. I think I made it a little higher than I wanted to. You're gonna hit Shadow Figure 1 for 6 damage as you like slice your blades through this guy. Did you add proficiencies for that, by the way, Gingerix?
Yes.
Like, okay. As you slice through, you cut clean through him. But and it causes the damage, but like it seems like his body just immediately like repairs itself. Not in the way of healing, but just like it would be like if you cut through normal smoke. But he does physically take the damage. And this is going to bring it down to Shadow Figure 1 again. And since you're right in front of him, he's going to slash at you with his long katana as opposed to like Koji's like short katana. And he is not going to hit. I just already know because he rolled a fucking 3. He rolled a fucking 3. So he's going to try to stab at you, but the disorientation from being sliced through causes him to miss. And he actually like cuts through the side of the tent. And this is going to lead over to Koji now.
All right. I don't think the jar of bees would be effective here.
You already left the jar of bees. You left the jar of bees with Loke and Gorp.
True. Would these shadow figures be weak to fire?
I don't know. You can find out.
All right, I want to find out. I'm going to use one of my fire-breathing candies.
Ooh, this does give you fire breathing for an hour as well. Remember that.
All right.
Whenever you attack with fire breath as an action, that does take your attack action though.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. Remind me what that does because I don't have my notebook.
3d6 fire damage on failed save.
Okay. I'm gonna say this would be like a intelligence roll because it's like a magic attack. 3d6. God, why did I give you that? And also because this is like a fire breath, I'm gonna say this hits like both of them if this does hit.
Oh.
But this is also gonna hit Gendrick because he's right in front of you.
Fuck.
So, is this what you like? You've already popped the candy. You don't have to attack with it yet. But is this what you want to do still?
I don't want to light Gendrix up.
You popped the candy. I'm not gonna let you revert that.
All right, I'll just use my katana for now.
You're just like, tasty. It tastes like cinnamon. And then you draw your katana. And what would you like to do?
I want to attack the one that Gendrix did not attack.
Okay, so Shadow Figure 2. All right. And go ahead and roll a d20 to see if you hit.
Okay. Do I get a modifier on that?
Yeah, you're going to add your proficiencies and your modifiers. Or I'm sorry, proficiencies. Right. Yeah, proficiencies and modifiers. I had it right the first time.
So that's a +3 and a +3. I'll say, okay, so that's a +6.
Yep.
All right, here we go. That gives me 15.
Yeah, that's definitely going to hit. So you draw your short katana and you go toward Shadow Figure 2, and you make another deep slashing motion straight through the whole torso.
Do I have to roll for damage?
Oh yeah, go ahead and do that.
Okay, so that's
again
1d6.
proficiencies and modifiers.
Yep, 1d6. Okay, here we go. 7.
Hot damn. All right, you slash through the torso of this shadow figure, and he breathes in pain. Not quite bloodied yet. He does take the damage, and he focuses his attention on you. He's going to unsheath his shadow katana.
Oh.
And he is going to stab at you. And what happens when the shadow katana hits you, Koji, is it goes straight through your body, but there's no open wound, but you still feel the coldness of the blade as the shadow enters you. And this is going to cause 8 damage.
Oh my god. Jesus.
How you feeling, Koji?
Not good.
I want you guys to use your abilities here too. Just to that's a
I can use an ability there.
Yeah, you have lots of abilities going on.
I'm using my uncanny dodge actually.
Oh, how does that work?
When an attacker that can see you hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to have the attack's damage against you.
No shit. Is that what's the limit on that? Is that like a once per day thing, or just like does it say? What's it called? I can even just Google it. Really quick.
Uncanny dodge.
Class features. Oh wait, no. Shit, I have no idea what this would even be under. God, Rose gets so much cool shit.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a thief or what was your thing? Your archetype?
Assassin.
Oh wait, I see. Uncanny dodge. That's it. There's no fucking limit on that. You can just have any attack you fucking take as long as it's physical. That's fucking nuts.
What can I say?
That's so fucking overpowered. What the fuck? There's no limit on that. God. Okay. So you take 4 damage because fuck everybody else. You're a rogue. This is going to lead it back to you, Gendrix.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck him up.
I'm drawing my blades again. That's how we're doing it.
Did you sheath them again? Did you just attack and then immediately sheath them?
Yeah.
Damn it! Okay.
Hey, Gendrix, get out of the way. I have a special surprise for them.
Fine. Back up.
He draws
Draw
his
your
blades
bow.
and he's like, "Don't fuck with me, guys." All right, so you back up. I assume behind Koji at this point.
Yeah.
You have your blades out.
You can draw your bow.
All right.
If you draw your bow, I'm gonna count that as your action because you've already drawn your blades.
All right. I'm chucking my short sword at him.
Oh no shit!
I'm going all in.
I'm gonna give you advantage on this because I like it. So you throw your short sword at which one?
There's one on the right.
One on the right. So Shadow Figure 1. So go ahead and just chuck your short sword to see if it hits. This is just a ranged attack, so you would still treat it like a bow and arrow hit essentially.
You have to say yeet.
Yeet.
You should just say that for every arrow he knocks. Yeet.
All right, let's see here, boys. Here we go. Oh, 18.
18. You can roll again to see if you get a 20. Because I gave you advantage.
9.
Okay, we're gonna take the 18. Go ahead and roll a d6 plus proficiency and modifier for damage.
Uh, 5.
Okay. You throw it, and the sword passes straight through the shadowy figure. But it also, again, he kind of like screams this weird noise as it goes through. And now this shadowy figure starts to kind of falter a little bit. It seems to be having trouble keeping its form, and now it is this is its version of being bloodied.
Back.
Back. All right.
Sheath my other blade. Jinx.
Shadow Figure 1 is gonna be pretty pissed at you, Koji.
What?
I'm sorry, Gendrix, but Koji, you're in the way. So now he's going to charge you, and slash at you with his Shadow Katana.
Okay.
And he does not hit because he rolled a 7, and these guys are just not having a fucking good time. Wait, hold on. What's your AC? 12?
12.
You know, actually, he does hit. I'm sorry.
Oh. All right.
I apologize. Because I forgot to add his proficiencies and stuff. So he is going to slash at you, and this is going to do. Oh, this is going to do 10 damage, but you can have this again. So it's actually going to do 5 as this shadowy blade slices through you, Koji. Again, you kind of feel the full effect of this, almost as if it was physical, slicing through you, and you feel all of the pain inside of your body. And this is going to turn over to you now, as Shadow Figure 1 is standing in front of you. This is the faltery figure, the one that is bloodied. Shadow Figure 2 is still at the entrance of the tent.
I was asking about my fire. I said, is it? This is where I wish you had your notebook, because you know what the candy does exactly.
Yeah, so the candy gives you fire breathing for an hour.
Right, and can I use it at my disposal? Because it says on a failed save, or can I just use it?
So for an hour, you can breathe fire at any point. Out of combat, you can just breathe fire to affect the environment, to affect people, whatever, right? To like cause a show, however you feel like it. In combat, if you're going to breathe fire, it's going to count as your action.
Right. All right, I want to light them up.
Okay, well, did you take your damage, by the way?
I did.
Okay, you're 5 damage.
I did.
All right, just clarifying.
Not feeling too hot.
So you light them up. They do have the opportunity to make a dexterity saving roll.
Okay.
This roll is based on your wisdom plus modifier, and there's not really a proficiency for this. So this is how it's going to be. It's going to be 10 plus your wisdom modifier. What's your wisdom level at?
My wisdom is level. Wait, what? 12.
12. So this is going. They have to beat an 11 to dodge this fire strike that you're laying forth. But I'm going to roll separately for each one. One definitely did not make it. I'm going to say that was Shadow 1 because he's the closest. And the other one, hold on, let me see, did not make it. So they both get hit with 3d6 damage.
Let's go. Okay. You want me to roll it?
Yep, just roll 3d6. It's
Okay.
straight up and down. No modifiers, no nothing.
Gotcha. Okay, here we go. 5. 3.
8,
4.
12. Okay. The shadow figure in front of you, as the flame dissipates after you're done breathing it, your fucking fire style flame ball jutsu, Phoenix flower jutsu. Yeah, you all. The first shadow figure absolutely dissipates, and its place is just a wisp of smoke, which soon blows away in the breeze. The other one is, he's almost static. He is beyond bloodied, in like technical terms, and he is almost nothing in the sense of like holding form. In fact, he doesn't even look humanoid anymore. He just looks like a cloud of smoke. This is going to lead it to his turn though, in which case almost a spear of this smoke is going to shoot out from the front of the tent from his body, and it's going to be aimed at you, Gendrix. He's going to be trying to hit you behind Koji. Where did I just put the fucking dice? Oh, they're right there. And he is going to hit this. And he is going to do... Don't worry, he only does like 6 damage. 5 damage, I'm sorry. As this spear like plunges itself into your shoulder, Gendrix. Again, just like Koji, while it doesn't physically pierce the skin, it absolutely feels like it does, and you feel the cold steel of it almost into your shoulder and exit. This is going to lead it back to you, Gendrix. Your one sword in hand as you've thrown the other.
Finish him, Gendrix.
Oh, all right, I'm throwing my sword at him.
Both sword throw.
Baka.
All right, I'm gonna let you go ahead and throw your sword here. Roll a d20.
All right.
You could absolutely just run up and hit him, but no, you could just go ahead and
throw
throw
it.
your sword.
All right. 14.
That's gonna hit. You don't need to roll damage because he has 1 HP, and he fucking dies as your sword goes through him. You just hear a little like Simon's in the room, and the smoke dissipates and blows away in the breeze. All is quiet except for the sounds of the lake.
Oh, wow, what was that?
I don't know, but I need to grab my swords.
In case we get jumped by any shadow creatures again.
Well, I really like these things, actually.
Could start throwing these more often.
Gotta start throwing these more often, man.
That's more than Gendrix has done in like 10 episodes.
You know what it is.
I fucking love it. Okay. So to reset the scene, you all are now in the tent. It is a red tent with kind of a gold embroidering with the symbol of your clan on the outside. It's a pretty large tent, and it's not like a camper's tent or anything. It's kind of one of those old like Chinese military tents. If you've ever watched Mulan.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So a pretty sizable one. Inside is a desk with a wooden desk with a chair accompanying it. There are some bookshelves there. It's pretty decorated. There's also I'm going to have Gendrix roll a perception check to see what else might be in this room.
All right.
Here's where I wish I had my notebook because I don't remember exactly everything I put in here.
12.
12. Okay. So if I remember correctly, what that gets you is, one, you notice everything about the tent, but also you start searching through the drawers in the tent. In the desk, and Gendrix, you come upon a note, and the note reads essentially along the lines of this was Kairo Sidro. And just kind of a simple diary of him coming into town in search of the god item, actually. The celestial item of the Crook of Osiris. Being unable to find it, but knowing that it was near, he tried to stay in town. When he became interested in Lucas unintentionally, and wanted to bring Lucas along with him on his travels, as he seemed to feel an attraction toward Lucas. However, he was driven out of town before anything became as such, and he had told Lucas that he could find him here should he want to join him on his travels. And that's where the note ends. And as I said, it seems like this place was up and hastily left, as everything is still up and intact for the most part.
Okay.
What is that there, Gendrix?
It's a note. Hydro said you're a man.
Can I see it?
Yeah.
Alright, I quickly scanned through the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was interested in Lucas. Now, did he know Lucas had the crook?
There's no sign in the note that he knew that.
Okay. Whew.
In fact,
Wow.
the way it's written, because if you're, did we go over this? I don't think we did. We in your session? This is presumably before the crook was in Lucas's possession.
Okay.
Well, we'll say that much, because I just don't remember if this was in your all's last session or if it was in the other one.
I don't think it was in our session.
Okay. So this note was written before the crook seemed to be in Lucas's possession.
Gotcha.
So as you guys kind of continue to talk, Gendrix, I apologize. You did absolutely amazing, but this is going to be a little Koji centric here for a minute.
All right.
Koji, you feel what seems to be like the clasp of a hand over your mouth as you and Koji are speaking.
As Gendrix and I are speaking?
Yes. And it covers your mouth to silence you, and as it does, it immediately says it gives you it just like Lucas wrote into your hand, the thieves can't. This another finger seems to brush against your arm in symbols that you recognize as silence and trust. And then it repeats it: silence, trust, and then it signs friend and understand.
Okay. So these are symbols that are being spoken to me?
These are symbols that are it's kind of like another written language. Thieves Can't is. Thieves Can't is open to like many interpretations. There are ways to verbally speak it, but a lot of times it's written in symbols. So what this is doing is he's kind of creating and writing these symbols with its finger on your arm.
Ah. Okay. All right, that's interesting. So silence, friend, understand,
And trust.
trust. Okay. Got it.
Is there any way you would like to react?
I don't react in any particular way. I kind of show no signs that something is up. I decide to trust the symbols.
Okay. You feel the clasp of the hand uncover your mouth. And then on your arm you feel enter, thought, trust.
Okay. All right. Hey, Gendrix,
Yeah.
do you mind going and looking around in the rest of the camp, see if you can find any traces of Cairo, see if he was here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna search the rest of the tent, okay?
All right.
All right.
I leave the tent.
All right, so I'm gonna kind of sit down and go into like a meditative state.
Okay. This being is going to take this as a sign of trust, and a sign of acceptance on its offer, and it is going to enter your mind, and you are going to be almost teleported mentally to a familiar place, Koji, and this place is the bamboo forest that circled your village. And you can smell the growth of the bamboo, and you can hear the hissing of the locust and the local wildlife that you had grown accustomed to in your home. And you are in a clearing in this bamboo forest, kind of a circular clearing, and out from the brush of the bamboo you see a floating hooded figure, draped in green and gold robes, and it approaches you a few feet apart, and it says, "Forgive my rude introduction. I have been waiting for the right opportunity to approach you, Koji."
Yeah, this is all a bit surreal for me, but I decided to hear you out, and I'm here, so I'd like to know what it is that you want.
I want to help you and your team, your party. You see, we share a common goal. We share the common goal of the destruction of the gods.
Oh. The destruction of the gods.
Their rule is tyrannical, and it has gone on for too long. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, in mine and my party's limited experience, I found that the items that we've come into contact with have caused great disturbances in the areas that they've been in and caused quite a bit of suffering, so I'd probably agree with you on that.
These celestial items were created to destroy other godly beings. As I'm sure you're aware, the best way to kill a god is to be a god. These celestial items were made to enhance the already godly powers of these celestial beings still alive. And the gods selfishly decided that they weren't willing to die anymore. And so they threw them into the hands of humans, mortals, such as you, such as your party, such as Lucas, so that they don't have to pay they don't have to sacrifice anymore. They don't have to pay the penance of their war. We have to suffer, Koji. And so I've been following you and your party for quite some time now, ever since the events of Bohemia. And I've decided that you will, more than any other group or being that I've come across, have the potential to set this world right.
Okay.
And so I wanted to introduce myself for now. There's not too much I can offer, but know that I'm watching, that I'm going to be helping in ways that you may not quite understand quite yet, but know that I am there.
Well, this is all a bit much to take in right now, but I look forward to seeing what you can do. I still don't really know exactly what you are, but at this point, I think my party would probably welcome all the help we can get.
I wish I could tell you more about my circumstances, Koji. However, that would put us, not only myself, but you and the party as well, in grave danger, and it's just too soon. one more thing I would like to tell you, Koji, before I send you back. To fight these gods requires not only power, but experience and willfulness. Things that your party don't quite possess enough of yet. That's why I've chosen you, Koji, to help instill this. But my words of advice before I let you go. These things, before anybody would be willing to listen to the nonsense of a spirit, a vision, sending you a message, they're going to have to require the respect and know that you come from a place of power, Koji. However, these two things, respect and power, they're not given. They are earned. And when you go back, you'll notice a gift that I've left for you and your friend. Please take them as my token of gratitude for listening to my dribble here. And then the image of the bamboo forest and the sounds and the smells are whisked away, and you're awoken suddenly back in the tent. And you get a sense to look behind you. And behind you, there is a hidden compartment in the dresser that has been opened on the side. And you peer into it, and inside is a bag of 400 gold pieces, as well as a small bottle of sake.
Yes!
With just
Yes!
enough for about half a wine glass left still in it.
Oh, man. Oh, it's been too long. Thank you, Spirit. I still don't know what your intentions are, but the more allies we have in this quest, the better. And if you can hear me right now, which I'm sure you can, hopefully it's not too long before we can meet again and I can get some answers and maybe you can get some answers. But as for now, I appreciate the gifts very much. So I take the bag and the bottle of sake and I put it in my backpack.
All right. About this time, Gendrix, would you say you're about walking in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what good timing.
Gendrix unable to find anything else outside that might lead to the whereabouts of Cairo Sigiro. And you all may look a little bit longer, but you all will come up with no more additional information as far as where his whereabouts may be.
Am I allowed to keep Cairo's blades?
Yeah, I'm gonna say they don't do any more or less damage than yours does. In fact, I would say they're probably very similar to yours.
Oh, of course.
But if you would like to keep them, you may.
Yes, I want.
There were two swords. There was a long katana, and a short one like yours.
Yeah. Am I allowed to grab them both?
Yes.
All right, I'll take them.
Pardon me. And here's where things get interesting. As you all head back into town, avoiding all the traps that you had previously sprung, unless you would like to go through the blow darts again.
Oh yes, of course.
We're gonna count this as a short rest. So, Koji, go ahead and roll 2d8 for me, and that's gonna be the health you regain.
Okay.
2d8 plus Constitution modifier.
Gotcha. Where's my D8? There it is. Okay. What's my Constitution modifier? Great, +1. Awesome. Okay. So do I add the modifier to each roll?
Just at the very end.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
7.
7. You're gonna regain 7 health.
Yay.
As you all walk into town, you see a few things initially. From the outside of town, even though it's still late evening, about mid-evening, the sun is on its way down, but not really a sunset quite yet. You still notice the storm clouds are brewing strong over the top of the town. And this causes you all to rush in as quickly as you can. And as you get inside the town, entering the gate that you exited initially from, you see Jaehaerys standing outside of the church, his skin a sickly green, holding the Crook of Osiris as Gorp and Lokay rush into town from the main entrance. And you hear Jaehaerys' voice. Though it's not Jaehaerys, it sounds nothing like Jaehaerys. And he says, "At last, a worthy vessel." And that's where the session ends tonight.
What the fuck?
Shit.
What the
A worthy vessel.
And here's what I'm going to do now, so that you all know what's going on. I'm going